Today we're going to talk a little bit about ancient Chinese medicine. And I inadvertently found out a little bit too much about ancient Chinese medicine, which you can read about on my blog at Your Doctor's Orders. Here's that story. We were in Beijing, China, looking for a tour of the Great Wall. Once we got on the tour bus, our very nice tour lady named Sally said, you know, after we're done with this, we're going to take you to the Institute of Chinese Medicine, where you'll get a free foot massage and a lecture about longevity. I had zero interest in doing that, but was captured in a foreign country on a bus in a place I didn't know. So we went to the Ancient Chinese Medicine Institute, and there I did receive, in fact, my foot massage, and I was diagnosed with toxins of my liver, as well as some other diseases, all of which he was willing to take out of me by using Kung Fu, which I saw demonstrated on some woman who had toxins in her brain. It was something like this with a guy's arm, and reminded me of Benny Hinn curing some parishioner. The bottom line is, Chinese medicine is not worth it. And I want to go through a few things to explain it. Here in my office, I periodically have to clean out things, and one of the things I found in my office was this. This is Vioxx. Vioxx came out in 1999 as the most heralded pain reliever since aspirin. Vioxx was heralded because it was like aspirin, but wouldn't cause the GI problems. However, 5 years later, Vioxx was completely taken off the market because several individuals died of cardiac arrhythmias. The point is, in Western medicine, we purify ingredients, we test them, and then we keep track of them. The FDA keeps track of them so that if people start dying or having problems with them, they can pull the medicine off the shelf for public safety. What about ancient Chinese medicine? When I was at a Taoist temple in the town of Xi'an, we saw a monument to a pharmacist that lived hundreds of years ago. And they proudly told me that the textbook he wrote 5 centuries ago is the same one used by ancient Chinese medicine people today. Meaning this: they don't do the same thing that American pharmaceuticals do. Purify drugs, test them, and then watch as they're out in the public to see if they cause any trouble. No, they simply give drugs to people, herbs, teas, whatever, and say that they're going to work. Do they have any evidence-based medicine? Have they done any trials to see it works? No. The only thing they use is a logical fallacy called the argument to antiquity, meaning they've done it for so long it's got to be good, right? It's got to be right. Well, it doesn't. Western medicine advances almost monthly. If I were to even cite an article except for historical purposes from even 20 years ago in one of my journals or one of my writings, I would be laughed at by my colleagues. We are a modern medicine continually moving forward. Here's some other reasons to be concerned about ancient Chinese medicine. First of all, it's not ancient. They love supplementing the argument with antiquity to being it's 5,000 years old, but it probably isn't. It probably is more like 1,500 years old. Not that that makes a lot of difference. But let's look at the chemical composition of the herbs. My wife was told that based on looking at her palms that she had blockages in her kidneys. She doesn't. That she has problems with her menses. She doesn't. A little too much information and personal, I know. And that she needs this herb. What was the herb made of? Ancient Chinese medicine. Herbs from Tibet. Not a clue. Some of these herbs have been looked at by people in Australia at the medical institutes, and they have found DNA consistent with endangered species. They have found toxins in them. There have been reported cases in England and in the Netherlands of people having renal failure and dying from ancient Chinese medicine. Now, is there a major medical institute or federal government in China that's gathering this information and saying, no, you can't do this? No, not at all. Are they purifying the active substances in there? No, not at all. Are they doing anything to reach out and see if these things actually work beyond a placebo effect? No, not at all. Have any of the tests we have looked at people who have gotten acupuncture done by an expert acupuncturist or acupuncture deliberately putting the needles in the wrong place, has it shown any difference? No, not at all. Ancient Chinese medicine is an ancient Chinese scam, and it promotes loss of endangered species. Rhinoceroses are used for their horn for all sorts of GI upsets. Some people think that the rhino horn is used for an aphrodisiac. It is not. That's false. Some sharks are virtual extinction because their fins are used for shark fin soup for aphrodisiacs and good health. The yew tree is an example of medicine. The yew tree is commonly used. However, what Chinese medicine didn't do and Western medicine did was this. We found out the active ingredient called Taxol. We synthesized it. We no longer need to use the endangered yew tree to get our source of chemotherapy. Not only that, but we found out here's the amount of Taxol that is potent and will cause regression of tumor, and here's the amount of Taxol that will do nothing, and here's the amount of Taxol that will likely kill you. It's a range. In Chinese medicine, do they do that? No. You get bark from a yew tree, and God knows what else. So while I was hijacked to ancient Chinese medicine, I certainly didn't buy any of it, and neither should you. The medical ingredients aren't tested. You don't know if they are either effective or they will kill you. You don't know if they come from endangered animals or species or not. You don't even know if they say what they are because there are no regulations for it. Ancient Chinese medicine is the oldest scam going. I can't wait until the Chinese government makes them accountable or puts them out of business. You can read and comment on my blog on yourdoctorsorders.com. For Your Doctor's Orders, I'm Dr. Terry Simpson. Good day.